What's up, everyone? We're here with I Investigate Bankrupt Restaurant Chains. You guys ready for it? You better be ready for it, you binguses. Let's get on with the video.
Over the last few years, major restaurant chains all over the country keep filing for bankruptcy. I'm talking Red Lobster, TGI Fridays, Applebee's. What's crazy is that a lot of these restaurants used to be childhood favorites for millions of people.
Any of those are your favorites, chat? Are any of those your favorites, chat? I low-key want to go to a restaurant right now. Who wants to pay for my restaurant expense?
But sooner or later, there might not be a single one of them left.
I think that's really sad.
So in this video, I'll be investigating 5 bankrupt restaurant chains to learn what happened and figure out if any of them can actually be saved. Starting with
Buca di Beppo. I can't lie, I really like saying the name of this place.
Buca di Beppo was established in 1993 as a family-style Italian restaurant. In the early 2000s, they had over 100 locations. But as of August 5th, 2024, they officially filed for bankruptcy.
According to the news, it was due to things
We only have TGI Fridays here. Had it once, it was bad. Buca di Beppo, we have one. Lunch combo. I didn't even know there's lunch. Apparently, they're all big size, serving size. My friends they went without me. So I never had Buca di Beppo. Yeah.
things like rising food costs, lack of customers, and overall the pandemic. But after doing a little digging myself, I don't think that's all there is to it, and I'll explain more once I get some food. I also want to add, I've only been to this restaurant maybe one time in my entire life, so I'm not exactly sure what to expect out of the food quality, but fingers crossed it's good. Maybe not though, since, you know, they're filing for bankruptcy. Hey, how's it going? Just for one.
Okay,
Awesome, thank
and
you.
I'll give it to her.
Alright, y'all, so I just
I'm about
got
to
seated,
not give
and
you
right
any
off the bat,
subtitles.
I am surprised that the restaurant isn't completely empty. Now, as for the menu, it does seem like Buca di
You're a
Beppo has
chunky
all of
bun.
your big batch, classic Italian-American food options.
This menu is so big, I feel like there's like 100 different options on here, which is insane. I think their signature item has to be these world-famous meatballs, since, you know, they're world-famous. However, I don't want to eat just meatballs.
The good news is, it seems like I can still get them along with some spaghetti, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Sweet, thanks man, appreciate it.
Alright, so the food should be on the way, and in order for me to decide whether any of these bankrupt restaurant chains can actually be saved, I'll be judging every spot based on how good the food is, the value, and whether or not these restaurants have their own unique.
Did I just see him pay $52 for spaghetti and meatballs? I know it's a family size, but he went by himself. Unless he brought people. Yeah, okay.
selling point.
They
Awesome,
also
thank
had a
you.
lunch combo, by the way.
So the food has arrived, and I'm speechless. Even though I knew Buca di Beppo was known for their large portion sizes, this amount of food is diabolical.
So right here we have their spaghetti and meatballs.
It literally says it's serving 4 people. What's wrong with you, Pear? And in the front, it literally said there's lunch combo. There's only 2 meatballs. Yeah.
Which cost almost $40.
It literally looks like
40,
I'm
it
about to
says
do one of
50 or
those crazy
something.
eating challenges, and if you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know I'm not good at those.
I definitely have to point this out, even though the
Ripped
portion
off.
size is large, since it costs $40, you would expect there'd be more than just 2 meatballs on the plate. Value-wise, doesn't seem so great.
Let's go ahead and get things started by
We
trying
know
just
this
the
man
pasta
barely
and the
even
sauce
eats that
itself.
much.
Cheers.
Is someone eating with him? It looks like someone's eating with him.
Okay, so I'm not gonna be like uber dramatic and say that it's not like edible, because it is. But at the
Uh,
same
you
time,
really
I also
can.
won't say that it's necessarily good. Consistency-wise, it's a little watery. As for flavor, the sauce itself is a little sweet, but at the same time, like very sharp, which I'm not exactly a fan of.
Hopefully these meatballs are a little better.
Even though it's a little lame that there are only 2 meatballs, at least it's a big ball. I have a feeling this is gonna be dry. Cheers. I was right. That was one dry meatball. Along with the texture not really being desirable, the flavor didn't do it much justice either. Pretty bland. Need some salt, pepper.
He said it was
honestly,
40
anything.
bucks.
To make matters
I read
worse,
50.
after doing some digging, it turns out that Buca di Beppo's fall-off and eventual bankruptcy actually started way before 2024. Apparently, back in the early 2000s, Buca di Beppo's executives were accused of embezzlement and accounting fraud, totaling over $12 million.
But for legal reasons, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. Please do not sue me. I don't want to go bankrupt too.
Oh, and one more thing to add is that the founder of Buca di Beppo literally admitting that the restaurant was started in bad taste to essentially mock Italian-American restaurants doesn't help. So my meal is complete, and I've officially locked in my final verdict. Based on all of the factors that I'm judging these restaurants on, it's safe to say that unfortunately, unless Buca di Beppo basically reinvents itself, I just don't think it can be saved.
Even though I didn't like the food, I think the price was the real crime here.
Let's go back.
So I'm at
Because you said the price. It says $10 lunch combos. There's literally $10 lunch combo options, my dude. He could have probably got to get a $10 lunch combo, knowing darn well he probably didn't even eat that full meal. Let's be so for real. Like, if he's gonna complain about the price, there's a lunch combo! There's a lunch combo!
final verdict. Based on all of the factors that I'm judging these restaurants on, it's safe to say that unfortunately, unless Buca di Beppo basically reinvents itself, I just don't think it can be saved.
Even though I didn't like the food, I think the price was the real crime here.
So I'm at the airport,
Yep.
not because I'm flying anywhere, but because every single one of the nearby standalone versions of this restaurant chain have closed down, and the only ones left are located behind the TSA.
Mission accomplished. We've officially arrived at TGI Fridays.
So what's cool about this restaurant chain is that according to multiple sources, TGI Fridays basically invented the casual dining restaurant scene back in 1965 when it first opened in New York as a singles bar. The sad thing is, despite being such an iconic restaurant chain, they officially filed for bankruptcy on November 2nd, 2024.
Hi. Yes, please, just for one. Thank you.
So I just sat down and holy moly, this place is packed. Since it is inside an airport, I'm like 99% sure this is gonna be the busiest place I visit in this entire video.
Now, based on what I was able to find online, it seems like one of the main reasons for TGI Fridays going downhill is actually because of their
Hooters
menu.
is crazy.
Back when they first opened, TGI Fridays focused on classic American bar food like
You should go to Hooters with his girlfriend. Be like, oh yeah, let's go to this experience. That's diabolical.
burgers, fries, that sort of stuff. But over time, they kind of lost their identity by somehow adding over 100 items to their menu. Literally at one point, they even served us sushi and pasta. Clearly they were trying to follow trends and keep up with all of the new restaurant chains popping up. However, that just didn't really work out.
From the looks of things, though, it does seem like their current menu isn't as intense, but there are still a few items on here that don't really look like they belong. Why on earth are there pot stickers on here? Also, they spelled Szechuan wrong.
I placed my order, and although it is a shame that one of the most iconic restaurant chains in America had to file for bankruptcy, at least the one in the airport is doing just fine.
Why are you go? Wait, hold up.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Why are you eating this at the airport? Isn't it more expensive eating this at the airport? Hold up. I just realized that. Bro, what? Bro. Isn't it like double the price? You're automatically putting yourself at a disadvantage. It's at the airport, bro.
So my appetizer has just arrived. It looks interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Here we have TGI Fridays loaded potato skins. And as the name suggests, we got potato skins topped with cheese, and I think that's bacon. It also comes with ranch. I'm not quite sure why there are green onions in the ranch, but
Okay, let's give these a shot.
cheers.
Ew. What are you talking about, Ox?
Not one bit.
I don't know if the oil they use to fry everything is old. It leaves this bitter aftertaste in my mouth that I'm really not a fan of.
I took another bite just to be sure, and yeah, that bitter taste is like definitely there. Hopefully the entree will be a bit better.
Awesome, thank you so much, appreciate it. Ladies and gents, this is a thick burger. Holy cow, this is half the size of my face.
Yes.
Right here is TGI Fridays Whiskey Glaze Burger, which is another one of their signature items.
It costs $18.39, which brings the total for this burger and those potato skins to a little under $34, which
Bro.
feels very expensive. But I guess that makes
Oh
sense
my
since
goodness.
everything in an airport is expensive. To be completely transparent, this definitely isn't the most aesthetically pleasing looking burger I've ever seen, but my waitress did say this is her go-to item here, so, you know, maybe looks are deceiving.
That looks greasy.
I hate that you can tell these patties have a little bit of freezer burn. Flavor-wise, it's not too bad. The patty itself is like seasoned well. The whiskey glaze plus the bacon they have on the burger does add that nice sweet and salty type of vibe to it, which is enjoyable. However, that freezer burn flavor just overpowers the entire thing. So I'm done eating and I'm back in my car. Unfortunately, I do not have that many nice things to say. The service was great. The food, however, was pretty bad. It was not good. It was also expensive. Nothing was unique at all about the restaurant. And to make matters even worse, those aren't even the main reasons why I don't think TGI Fridays can be saved.
Because it turns out that the real culprit who sent them spiraling into bankruptcy was this fun little thing called private equity. In simple terms, this is pretty much an investment group that buys
What's up,
another
Eminency?
company like TGI Fridays, then drains them of their money. This results in TGI Fridays not being able to invest in improving their menu, renovating the buildings, or even paying their employees better.
I feel like this may be a reoccurring theme for a few of the
Yeah, I don't know what
restaurants
to do
that I'm
about
gonna
that.
visit, which is a shame to say the least. But luckily, I have heard some good things about the next spot, so let's get going.
Now, as I get back on the road, I want to tell you all about the sponsor of today's video, Upside.
Upside is a free app that gets you cash
Every single week, and
how much you could earn using promo. Alright, y'all, so
Hi.
I'm now in front of a restaurant that once was the largest casual Tex-Mex chain in the entire country. On the border.
established in
On the
1982
border.
right here in Dallas, Texas, this restaurant chain has been a staple Tex-Mex spot all throughout the 90s and early 2000s. Unfortunately, they did file for bankruptcy on March 5th, 2025, closing down many locations.
Now the good news is, instead of being purchased by the usual bad private equity company, On the Border was purchased by another restaurant group who's actually helping them plan a comeback. The question is that even possible? Can I just get a table for one?
I think we got ripped off on the border.
Not a long time. Yeah, it's been a minute.
All right, so I just got seated, and this
Shut
place
up,
has
Hi.
not changed even a little bit. Inside was your typical Tex-Mex setup. They've got a lot of bright colors, a huge bar, and just this fun vibe that gives off the feeling they want you to party.
Now one
What he implying about them bright colors, huh? Huh? Huh?
thing that's
What is up with this guac? Why is it so out?
absolutely amazing about Tex-Mex restaurants, chips and salsa. Before I take a look at this menu, gotta snack a little bit.
Honestly, this salsa is better than I remember it being. It's like nice and smoky, not bad.
With these chips out of the way, let's check out the menu.
To no surprise, just like the other chains, On the Border also has quite a large selection of options, ranging from burritos, fajitas,
Assholes.
and these interesting Tex-Mex combos.
Maybe I'm just hungry, but a lot of things on this menu do look pretty good. I think I'm gonna need some help. A lot of stuff looks good. What's like the signature item?
My waiter was super nice and went through the entire menu, eventually recommending their combination fajitas. He also said something I just couldn't ignore.
I'd be hard pressed to find a better fajita for the price.
Oh, okay. I like the sound of that.
All right.
As per usual, I just couldn't resist a good deal, so I immediately placed my order, and a few minutes later,
That smells fantastic.
I know he's not talking about a good deal when he didn't even... Shut your mouth, Pie. When he didn't even have the convo in the other restaurants. What he yapping about?
Awesome. Thank you so much. I was not expecting the food to look this good. Ladies and gents, here we have On the Border's combination fajitas. For my
Okay, that
two
does
meats,
look good.
obviously had to get some beef. Then we also got the pork carnitas. The meal also comes with your usual fajita toppings. I did omit the beans because I wanted the cilantro rice. And of course, you can't forget about the tortillas. Since y'all have now seen the food for yourself, I don't think it's a stretch to say everything in front of me looks pretty good. I also have high hopes for it because the food
likes
itself
Mexican
wasn't
food?
actually the main reason On the Border originally filed for bankruptcy.
it was simply because times changed. Full-service dining just wasn't the move anymore, and people began preferring faster options like Chipotle. It doesn't help that they also had major labor shortages and couldn't keep restaurants staffed properly, which made the entire operation fall apart.
The
That's
good
what
news
I
is,
said.
because those
Like,
issues were
it's literally
so
just
straightforward,
avocado.
That's exactly the reason why the Papa's Restaurant Group thinks they can turn this whole thing around.
But we'll see if this food tastes as good as it looks.
First up, let's try the steak. Cheers. Hold on.
I would really like everyone to place their utmost trust in me right now, especially when I say
No.
this. This is a lot better than I thought it'd be. The beef itself is shockingly tender. It's still juicy. It's not overcooked. I'm a big fan of the Mexican rice. I am very pleasantly surprised.
Now let's try with pork. I haven't even put all the other toppings on there. Look at this pork.
It's like glisten.
That's a lot of onion.
Cheers. That was a blue bite. What is going on? I'm like flabbergasted right now. Why is this good?
Texture-wise, the pork is super tender. It literally pulls apart
Exactly,
with a fork.
pie.
It's nice and juicy, salted really, really well. But I think the star of the show,
Ain't no one got
doubt
time
about
to make
it, has
actual
be
avocado.
these tortillas, which I learned
actual
surprisingly are made from scratch. Before I even ordered, after hearing that I haven't been to On the Border in quite a few years, the manager came out and actually explained to me.
The Papacito's on this now.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Now everything's made fresh from scratch. The old company, it was in bags. Well, Papacito's now take.
So you're saying it wasn't fresh beforehand? That's crazy. Imagine just explaining that to a customer. Yeah, back then our stuff was pure garbage. Now everything's fresh. Yeehaw! Like what?
Over everything's fresh.
Gotcha.
Everything, no bag stuff, anything like that.
Oh, that's awesome. Maybe it's just the state of other restaurants nowadays, but hearing that a chain restaurant makes their own stuff in-house was very shocking, but at the same time, very nice to hear.
I finished my meal, paid the bill, and I'm back outside. Now, right away, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. On the Border is by far the best restaurant I've been to in this video by a long shot. It also was the one with the least amount of people actually eating there. My brain is legitimately short-circuiting right now. With that being said, based on all of my usual judging criteria and the fact that On the Border still is the second largest casual Tex-Mex chain in America, I think with all of the help they've received from the Papa Bros restaurant group so far, it's actually possible for them to be saved.
So I haven't been to this next restaurant chain since I was like 12, but here we are at Applebee's.
With over 1,500 locations across the country, Applebee's has been a staple in the casual dining scene since 1980. And honestly, it's kind of an
I think you're saying like that dude.
What's
never
really
had a
unique
video.
about this place is, unlike everywhere else in this video, Applebee's corporate has never filed for bankruptcy.
Instead, it's been the individual franchise owners going out of business the last few years.
So the question is, if corporate is doing just fine, why on earth are the people at the bottom who are actually running the place struggling so much? There's only one way to find out.
I made my way into the restaurant, and surprisingly enough, it didn't seem like Applebee's has changed much over the last few decades at all. They still got TVs plastered everywhere, they had a huge bar.
The only difference is, when I was a kid, I remember half of the restaurant being a non-smoking section and the other half being a smoking section, which doesn't even make any sense. Thankfully, it is all non-smoking now. As per usual, like all the other spots, they also have quite the large menu.
With everything from burgers to riblets and even pasta.
Maybe I'm dumb, but I feel like one thing that would instantly help all of these restaurants stop losing money is to slim down their menu.
You know what I think this man should do? Shut your mouth, chat. I'm sorry, I'm trying to eat this rice so I got no meat left. This man, shut your mouth. Anywho, this man, I'm stuffed like a cannoli. Oh man. I bet you he's gonna get an appetizer and a meal instead of the 2 for $25, which gets in 2 meals and an appetizer. Which their signature is the 2 for $25. Watch him get something from the 2 for $25 or something. And then he's gonna get appetizer anyway. Okay, I'm already crashing out.
Since there were so many options, I had a bit of trouble deciding what to get, so I asked my waitress for her recommendations. Little did I know, that would make things more overwhelming.
You put 3 any kind of way you want. Those come 3, the wontons come 3, chicken quesadillas come 4, come 5, mozzarellas come 5, riblets come 2. Here's automatically 4 chicken quesadillas, 4 mozzarella sticks, 5 bonus wings, finished dipped with chips and salsa.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
4 o'clock.
That was crazy. I feel like I was just at an auction. Unfortunately, the food did take a while to come out, which I found very strange considering the place really wasn't that busy. But after about 15 minutes or so,
I wasn't sure what to expect, but this actually looks pretty good. Here
Oh, you
we
got
have
ribs.
Applebee's riblet basket, which is only costing me $12. I got here at a good time,
sure.
got the early bird menu. Love me a good deal. It comes with 3 riblets and some fries. I'm pretty sure these riblets are one of Applebee's
That's like
signature
half the
items,
size,
but the
by
thing
the
is,
way.
the only other chain I've had barbecue ribs from was
Oh, whatever.
Dickey's, I believe, and that was no bueno. So I'm not exactly sure what to expect out of these.
It
Let's just
does.
try one of these fries. Huh, that was actually quite a tasty fry. It was nice and crunchy, inside was fluffy, exactly what you want out of a french fry. French fry approved. Now let's try these riblets. Cheers. Wait, who is back there in the kitchen? I think I gotta go shake his hand. The meat itself is shockingly very tender. It's got that smokiness to it, which I did not think would be there. As for the flavor, I got the sweet Asian chili glaze, I believe. So it's nice and sweet, but it also has that spicy kick to it, which I
said
think
it was
adds
12
a lot
bucks for
to it.
everything.
Applebee's isn't even a barbecue spot, and this obliterates Dickies. I walked in here with absolutely zero expectations, so the fact that the food legitimately tastes good is a huge shock.
This does bring up my initial question again, though, and that is, if the food itself isn't bad,
You know
why are
what?
so
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with this, bro. This man, I can't with this man. No puede con este hombre, que siempre está diciendo, ay, eso no es un problema, eso no es un problema. Yo no puedo. I can't even right now. Ugh, I can't even right now. Oh my goodness, that's just diabolical. Like, bruh, I can't even. I can't. Imagine, right? I just start food reviewing. Y'all be like, make JJ chunky. Oh my goodness, every day. It's like, time to go to Applebee's today, chat. Gotta also pay for my mom. We're getting the 2 for $25. No, I would have to take it home. Cause I actually used to do that back then. Stuff like a cannoli. Now I'd have to get the 2 for $25, take it home, give it to the half to my family, or split it in 4 ways. Nah, not IRL. You guys would just hear me munching on it. Like, okay, chat, the food's already cold, but this is what you get. We're gonna eat the oh my goodness burger, cheeseburger. Oh my goodness cheeseburger. Let's see. I don't even like burgers like that. You just see me struggling to eat this burger. I was like, oh, it's caliente, muy caliente. And then I'll eat the artichoke or something. I was like, what you guys want? The mozzie sticks? The mozzarella sticks? The honey barbecue sticks? Chicken. I don't know. I'll be like, okay, chat. We got some fries on the side. Some asparagus. Some green beans. Enchiladas. Foods. Be like, chat, gotta review some Domino's. Oh man, I forgot. Singing binguses.
so many franchise owners going out of business? Oh wait, I already know the answer. Like most restaurants, franchisees are constantly dealing with things like rising labor costs, leftover pandemic debt, and surprisingly slim profit margins. When those pressures become too much, some franchisees don't get rescued. Instead, they can lose the store.
So I'm done eating, and based on everything I'm judging all of these.
Shut your
restaurant chains
mouth.
on,
I hate chat right now. They're like, oh, JJ doesn't like good food. JJ can't afford good food. If I make that myself, the price would cost under 50 cents of meat. Okay, I don't know where you're getting $2 meat at. Like, I don't know where you're getting 50 cents fries at. Like, yeah, I can make the food myself. And then I probably also make a lot of waste myself because my family is very picky and they'll only eat something if it's takeout compared to, oh my, I can't even. Sometimes they don't even eat the takeout. Buying potatoes. But even potatoes aren't even 50 cents. Oh my god. No! Don't make me crash out right now. I'm in the middle of a review. Y'all's gonna have me flipping my turd right now because I'm sticking ticked off right now thinking about this. Thinking, oh, JJ, why don't you just meal prep? I can't meal prep with my family. I can't. I tried it before. I've done it. I've done it a few times and like, oh, this meal again? Yes, it's called meal prep. Then they literally had the audacity. We should try meal prep. I was like, binguses. I've done it before with y'all. Y'all don't know how to meal prep. Y'all. Y'all don't. What you mean? I don't have kids. You bingus is up, Nito.
I wish the monster would come and eat you right now.
Yeah, my family, as in grown-ups, not thinking kids. I am drinking water.
The monster comes and eats that booty like it's the waffle. I wish the monster would come and eat
Go
you
choke
right
on a
now.
wiener, all y'all. Oh my.
You hear me? I hope the monster comes and eats that booty like it's the Waffle.
They're too. Did I hear someone? They're too. What's up, Captain? Why are you laughing at me, Captain? It's like the first time I see your name, you just. I know you can have diverse meals. Is they're stinking picky. You have someone who doesn't like cheese, someone who doesn't like pasta, someone who doesn't like tomato, someone who doesn't like potatoes. The voice clip sent me. Dude, I can't handle. That's crazy. You know what? You can help my nuts. Probably care. Bingus, the bingus, the bingus.
JJ's thicker than a Snicker.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't with y'all right now. Sounds like they're going hungry then, bro. Thinking I can't even right now. Thinking, you know what? The other day I went to the bargain store. I got 20 packs of cheese for $2. They already ate half the cheese. They ate half the cheese. It's only been like 2 days. 2 days and half the cheese is gone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I can't. Don't even get me started on that eminency. I can't even get started on it. I'm in the middle of a reaction. Oh my god. I'm about to even go to the doctors. I can't even get. Don't make me go on a rant right now because I'm about to rant your nuts off at this point. Oh my goodness. Oh, how much time left? There's only like 5 minutes left of this video. And we're just thinking, oh my golly goober. Oh my golly goober. Our blood pressure is going high because of everyone. Oh my gibba gibba gabba gibba.
It wasn't expensive, and not to mention, there's not a lot of places with deals that cheap. As for whether or not I think the chain itself can be saved, it seems like corporate...
There was literally a Buca de Pepo. 10 pesos, estaba 10 pesos para un meal y no cogítelo. Yo no sé qué está diciendo que no hay cupones ni nada, que no está diciendo, que no está pensando. Yo no sé qué está haciendo, yo no sé qué está haciendo. ¿Por qué está diciendo aquí hay los precios baratos y la otra lado no? Mira que estaba ahí en Buca de Pepo, 10 pesos para un cosa, y no cogítelo. Yo no sé qué está diciendo. Ay, ya, yo no puede. Oh my goodness. Go check on a wiener fry. ¿Qué? ¿Qué tú sabes que yo está diciendo ahora mismo? Yo no quiero oír de ustedes ahora mismo. Ay, ya. I can't wait y'all's chat.
Will be just fine, but who knows what'll happen to the actual franchisees. I apologize if that bummed anyone out. I'm not so happy about it either, but it is time to head to the next.
Inconclusive. How? I think I'm actually getting aneurysm at this time. How he gonna go with inconclusive? Inconclusive. Literally, the deal's literally 2 for $25 right in the window. Bingus.
Restaurant chain who arguably has the most
Shut your mouth
bankruptcy
up.
story of them all. All right, everyone, I've officially made it to the most famous bankrupt restaurant chain of them all. Welcome to Red Lobster.
Bruh.
At its peak with over 700 locations.
He waited till dinner for Red Lobster. He waited till dinner for Red Lobster. Tú sabes que Red Lobster is muy caro. Wow. You know how expensive Red Lobster is? Oh my goodness. Sheesh. You know what? You could buy 10 pounds of my nuts, Eminency, if you really want to go there. Stinking bingus. Seafood boil. You can boil my nuts. I don't care about this right now. Seafood boil. Seafood boil. You can boil my nuts. I don't give a turd. Oh my goodness.
For bankruptcy in May of 2024, everyone was shocked.
So the story behind this place is definitely the craziest of them all, so I'll explain more on the way inside.
Founded in 1968, Red Lobster grew to one of the most recognizable restaurant chains in America. For decades, they were the spot for affordable seafood. But when they filed for bankruptcy, all of the headlines everywhere blamed one thing.
Endless shrimp. $11 million the restaurant chain recently lost on its all-you-can-eat shrimp deal.
But the truth is, that's not what actually killed them.
Back in 2014, a private equity firm called Golden Gate Capital bought Red Lobster for $2.1 billion, which seems cool, until you find out that immediately after gaining ownership, they went ahead and sold all of Red Lobster's real estate for over $1.5 billion.
This allowed that private equity company to basically make all of their money back instantly.
While at the same time leaving Red Lobster to pay rent on buildings they used to own, totaling like $200 million a year.
And if you think that's bad, believe it or not, it gets worse. But hang on a second, let me order real quick.
My food should be on the way shortly, so let's get back to the drama. A few years after the initial purchase, a seafood supplier named Thai Union became the new majority owner of Red Lobster, which at first glance might seem like a good thing. Since they now had direct access to the supplier, you'd think it would help the restaurant out a lot, but instead, this company decided to push the infamous endless shrimp deal in order to move their own product at Red Lobster's expense. Think Red Lobster has to keep buying shrimp from them, but then loses money giving out an unlimited amount. Oh, and before I continue yapping for too long, I completely forgot to mention they did bring out their signature Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Oh my
This might be surprising.
I was thinking Captain called it. Watch him singing be filled up by the biscuits. He'd be like, oh yeah, I forgot. Oh.
But I don't think I've actually ever tried these.
What do you mean he never tried the biscuits? Hey, no one.
What
do you mean a little flat? Oh my goodness, chat. He's okay. He really said the biscuits were flat. Oh my god. He said I never tried these. Has he never been to Red Lobster? Que está diciendo que he never had a biscuit from Red Lobster? Looks like a chicken. You're a chicken nugget. Go nugget on your chicken at this point. I can't with y'all.
It's supposed to be. Regardless. Choose. Oh, they're kind of cooking with this one. This could be because I just like free stuff, especially free bread. It's nice and flaky, buttery, airy.
I want to slap
I honestly
this.
think I'd come back just for these. But anyways, although Red
That's what they're known for, they're sticking biscuits!
There is light at the end of the tunnel because as of September 2024, they've come under new ownership and officially crawled out of bankruptcy. Surprisingly, this new group brought back an old CEO for renovating old buildings and even opening up in new locations for the first time in years. Pretty crazy.
I can't. My mouth. You know what? I can't even no more. I can't even with this dude no more. There's like 2 minutes left, and I can't right now. My head's spinning. My head is spinning. You know, but did I even take my meds? I don't even know if I took my meds. He's making me self-reflect. If I even took my meds today, I might even just. Oh, we know how this man is with his steak. We know how this. What did he get? He ate the biscuits. He's like, these biscuits alone are enough to go to Red Lobster. No kid, they're known for their biscuits. Oh my goodness. This man. I can't.
But as much as I am happy for them, let's see how good the seafood actually is. Here it comes. Thank you. Holy. Ladies and gents,
is that the
what I
seafood
have
boil?
in front of me is a Red Lobster seafood boil. In the seafood boil, you have all of your classic items. We got some shrimp, some corn, and some Cajun sausage. For the sauce, I got the Red Lobster signature butter, which, to my knowledge,
Signature
is
butter
all
is
of their
butter.
butters mixed together. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to turn out, but it looked interesting. So without further ado, let's give this a try. I'm nervous. Cheers.
What do you mean he eats steak raw? You could eat my. Never mind.
Ladies and gents, my meal is complete, and before I tell y'all about how that seafood boil made me feel, there is something I want everyone to remember.
Back when these restaurants first started, they were built for middle-class America. They weren't fancy and definitely weren't trying to be. They were just affordable spots where you could take your family out to eat without worrying about the bill.
And what's clear is that most of them got destroyed by the same thing. With that being said, it is time for my final thoughts about Red Lobster and whether or not I think this restaurant chain can be saved. Going into this, I thought the food here was going to be absolutely awful. However, I did leave pleasantly surprised.
It's no doubt that this wasn't the best seafood I've had in my life, but for the price, it wasn't
What was
too
the
bad.
price?
Everything in that seafood
What was the
boil
price?
had a ton
What was
of
the
flavor
price?
with that
I don't
nice-
even know what the price was. Did he add extra to it? Seafood boil, sailor boil? Was it the sailor or the marine? Which boil is it? Was it the $30 one? I think it's the $30 one. 2 dozen shrimps. I don't think we saw lobster. Did he get lobster? I don't even know. I've seen people spend more than that. Cajun sausage? Wait, add Cajuns. It says Cajun sausage right there. Why would you add Cajun sausage?
But for the price, it wasn't too bad. Everything in that seafood boil had a ton of flavor with that nice Cajun kick. The new ownership seems like they actually care this time around. And bonus points for me not getting sick from cheap seafood. With all of that taken into account, I really do think they've got a real shot at making a comeback.
Luxor. We can't hear his thoughts on steak and steak. We all know how he is about steak. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10 at Route 66 steak. So I don't want to hear his thoughts on steak and steak right now. That's for a different day. You guys want to make me rage. I can't even right now. We only have like 10 minutes before I gotta leave anyways. Oh my goodness. That there was mostly corn. Everyone wants to pay for them corns, chat. Well, chat, if you guys watch this video, make sure to comment corn down below. With that being said, y'all have a good one. Ciao.